Hi, Sharon Brady here, Cottage Stamper. I'm gearing up for my very first kids class on Saturday. Um, so I'm going to put together one of my favorite kits here. It's called a Little Smile Kit. And if you know me at all, you know I love everything that's tropical. So let's get started. I've got everything out of the box and all of my elements laying out in front of me. One thing I love about the kits box is you get these great little blocks from Stampin' Up in each kit. So after a while you have a whole collection of stamping blocks. And they're great for the photopolymer stamps because you can see both. These are photopolymer, if you're not familiar. And you can see both through the stamp and through the block for your placement. So it makes it super easy, especially if you're just starting out. So we are going to take our instructions here, and they're full color instructions, and you can follow them step by step. So I'm going to separate all of the elements for each card, and then we'll get started. I have all the elements separated and stamped up. I have all the elements separated by card and laid on top of each one, and the instructions are really good. They show you exactly what goes with each card. So as you go along, if you separate it, I think you'll find it much easier at first. And as I was doing this, I had an idea. This is the negative part of the vellum, and wouldn't it be fun to save this and to use it as a sponging on your card? If you don't have that stamp, that would be a really good idea. Just to cut that out, maybe save it in a little box that just says sponging templates or something like that. And you could also do the same thing with these leaves. So there's an idea for you. Anyway, we are going to start with card number 1, and I'm going to set these other ones off to the side. And I love with each kit you get these little stamping spots. And why do I love these? Because I use these with my Stamparatus. It's so easy to stamp the images on the Stamparatus with the smaller stamping spot than it is with the larger ink pad. So we're going to open this up and try not to get ink on our hands like I usually do. And we're going to take this, get 2 of these, and one of them seems to have a back side a little bit, maybe not, maybe it's just my imagination. So I'm going to actually, some people use their paper scissors, you can use your fingers. I have my old paper piercing tool that I use, and we're just going to put some glue dots on here. I just find it easier to pick these up and put them down on whatever I'm using. So I'm going to put about 4 of them on this one too. Just looking for the widest areas here where I can hide them. And I wonder if our designers, I'm sure they must think about these things when they're designing them. You know, where's a good place to hide that? So, just going to peel these backs off here. And this goes right in the middle on that one. And this one goes here. So that was instruction number 1. Now we're going to adhere the little, aren't these adorable? These little starfish. And they glisten too. So they go on here, and then the little leaf goes. My leaves, I wonder, I didn't notice this, there are two directions to the leaves. So even if I flipped it over, it would be white. So the ones that curve down go on this one, and the ones that curve up go on this one. So we learned something. And I'm just going to take some glue dots and put them on. First, we're going to do to the little starfish first. And take these little baggings off. And it goes right there. I love these kits. I think everything is all inclusive and they go together so quickly. And everything is die cut and they look so professional. Take a couple of dots here. It goes like that. I love that they have these kits where you can actually choose what you want. It's kind of fun to get a surprise with the paper pumpkin, but I like to, let's see, so now we have, okay, that's stamping it, and I'm going to use, I guess we didn't give any dimensionals with this one. It shows in the bottom everything that's included in the kit. So, and it also will show you the colors that are used in the kit. And then there's also these little QR codes for instructions. So, we're going to just take some dimensionals and put our little sentiment on here. I'm sorry, not dimensionals, glue dots. And put this right here. And I know why that they are using glue dots and not dimensionals, because included in this kit is this cute little pouch that they will all fit in, that you can keep in your purse to hand out to people throughout your day or give them as a gift. So, and then we have some, here it is, linen thread. And it tells us how much we need, so we need 12 inches, it says right there. And here it shows where to place your glue dots if you're not sure. So we'll find the end of this. And there it is. And we need 12 inches, so we can use this. And it has centimeters and inches, so imperial and metric. So we need 12, so we'll do 1, 2. I'm sorry, but that just seems like a lot of ribbon. I am going to just hand tie one right off of here. And there's nothing right or wrong about this. They just say 12 so that they make sure that you have enough in the kit. So, and if you hear any background noise, I'm sorry. I live in a townhouse and they're doing their mowing today. And then I have a fabric scissors. You want to make sure you have a separate scissors for your fabric. So, let me just turn off that little thing there. And we're going to take a glue dot. And we're going to put this right where these two come together. And put our bow there. There. And we'll do our second bow. Sometimes when this is a bit curly, what I do, I have a little water bottle I set on my desk. And I just put a little in my hand. You want to make sure you don't get on your cards. And I just run it through there. And it kind of straightens it out. And we'll tie another bow. Get a little bit bigger. I like to be able to adjust them a little bit. And another glue dot. Right there. And he gets put right there. And then if you have a bone folder, you can actually run it along there. If you don't, make sure it's clean. Wipe it off. If you don't, use your block. And now we have those two done. Aren't they adorable? Now, let's move on to number 2. And it is this one here. And let's fold this back. So, number 2, we have these 2 adorable palm trees and these 2 little labels. This beautiful sand dollars. You can see how they sparkle. I don't know if you can see that or not. And the 2 vellum coral wreaths. And this is so cute with the wood grain and almost the replication of the sand. So we're going to start with the placement of our glue dots on our sand dollars and our trees. And our coral. So it says 2 on the sand dollars. You can zoom in a little bit. And like 3 on the trees. Their instructions have really improved. They're now in color, which they never used to be. And you used to have like maybe 4 pictures. And now they're in color. It's so much easier to see. I used to have to look at the front to make sure I was doing it right. I invariably screwed it up. So, it looks like they just have 1 there. So, now we've stamped our image. We are going to put down the trees. And I'm going to move these here so they're side by side. trees first. And he kind of goes like right here. Putting him at an angle, bit of an angle. I don't know if I took off the backing off that last tree on the bottom. I didn't. There we go. And then the coral goes like right here. Make sure I'm on the right side of the fold there. And these are not exactly the same, but that's okay. They don't have to be, because they're handmade. I just love these sand dollars. I love everything beachy. And it goes there. And then we have our sentiments. And we're going to put a couple of glue dots there. This is the one I stamped on the back side. So whenever we screw up, we all do from time to time, just flip it over. There. And some more ribbon. Now this one says another 12 inches. 12 inches there. But I'm going to do like I did before. Actually, I bought this and I'm going to use it because it makes it easier. I have a difficult time tying ribbons. And if you attend my classes, I tie all your ribbons for you. There's one. And see how curly that is? Just going to put a little water in my hands. Just straighten that out. Because when you get to the end of your spool of ribbon, it often will curl like that. Or not ribbon, but this is linen thread. And your baker's twine will do the same thing. So, but you don't need this. It's just easier for me. I have some difficulty with my hands, so I'm just going to turn this off. And we're going to put a glue dot. This goes right there. So right here, put my glue dots down first. Peel off my backing, stick my bow, and there we have 2 more cards. So, need to smooth these out, and set those aside. And just popping up a little bit. So then we're on to number 3. And this one has the other leaves that go the other direction. Fronds or sentiments, and we got all kinds of things in this one. So I'm going to take our pieces, turn them over, and put on our glue dots. So these kits are so much fun. I mean, it's something that you can do with your grandchildren or your children. You can do them like a party, get together with your friends and do them. You could buy a few kits, each friend buy a different kit, and then when you're done, you can share them. Now mine will probably, because I'm a demonstrator and I have so many kits and cards that I make, and I do send a lot out, and I make cards for my church, but I often have an abundance of cards, so I have just built a website called cottagelanestamper.com, and I sell a lot of my things, and these will probably go on there as a kit, not as a kit, as a completed like card set. That's what I'm trying to say. That goes there. And that goes there. Aren't these just adorable? I love these. And we'll put some glue dots on the back of this one. And if you get all your stamping done and sort everything out before you start, everything goes so much smoother. And this goes like right here. And you know what? I am going to move this down because I'm thinking it's not going to stick so well to that iridescent coral. So I should have probably placed my glue dots in a different spot. And I think what I'll do is, because I don't want it down too far, I'm going to put one here. And then I can put it up a little higher, because actually they have it up here on the card. So I'm going to take this one off if I can, gently, and put another. They give you a lot of extra glue dots here. So I'm going to put it towards the middle instead, and that way I can place it up here and it's not sticking to the, it doesn't have to stick to the little sand dollar there. And now we have 2 more bows. And if you wanted to, you could just make all your bows at the same time. Make them up all ahead of time. And I'm just going to spray my hand. Get a little water on here, straighten this out. I have a little too much water. I have to start over. Okay, start from the beginning here. If I stop in the middle, then I lose my place. I don't know if you're like that at all. But there's one. And here's another. I actually, this didn't come with it, this little foam thing. This one doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to, and it kind of wobbles, so this kind of gives it some stability, so they don't bend into each other, if you're wondering why that's there. And let's see, this goes right here. Take off our backing and put our bow on there. Try not to cover it up. I love making cards. I can sit in my loft and craft for hours on end. It's just so relaxing. And I have a couple of health issues, and one of them is chronic fatigue. And so there's not a lot I can do physically. Used to be a lot more active. But there's that one. Isn't that cute? So that's number 3, and here we go on to number 4. And our sentiment, and we have some more coral and some starfish and some palm trees. So flip our directions to the last page for card number 4. I like that they have a section for each card. So they have number 1, Number 2 and 3 are on the same page. Number 4 is on the last page. So I like that they do that. That makes things very simple and easy. And if you're just starting out, you don't want to have a lot of confusing directions. So we're going to put our little trees on here. I like that they've got the sand right on here. It's cute. And I have to tell you, in the stamp set, when I got the stamp set, I saw this, and you know what it reminded me of? I don't know if you ever watched the TV show MASH, but at the beginning they have that netting that hangs over the camp, and that's what this reminded me of. But I think it's actually sand. So, I don't know, just a little aside there. So we're going to have to put, let's see, a few of these on here. I always like to put a few extra just because you don't want your card falling apart. It says 4, but I'm going to do 6. And you don't want everything hanging out either. And then they tend to get bent up, you know, if it's not secured to the card very well. You don't want somebody getting a card of yours and it's all bent up. And I think I got a glue dot stuck to my finger. There. And we're just going to line this up on the bottom. I have a glue dot stuck to my finger and I can't get rid of it. Okay. There. So we're going to line this up on the bottom. And from side to side and bottom there, so. And then it lines up right along the edge there. I find this little backing stuff all over my house from my dimensionals and stuff. I was just thinking, I'm going to put one right here along the edge. There. And it actually, well, it shows you to put them in 4 places here. I think more is better in this case. So, now if you haven't subscribed to my Facebook page, it's Cottage Lane Stamper and Friends. It's a Facebook group page that you can join. And I have a Kids class. I have one coming up this Saturday. And it's via Zoom because I like Zoom because I can stamp with friends and family over long distances. And it's once a month. And if you order your kit by the 1st of the month, you should have it in time for our party. That's what I'm calling it. Our party on the 2nd Saturday of the month. And we get together at 10 o'clock. And you can choose whatever kit you want. And we get together. And we put them together. And we chat. And share ideas. And just talk. And have a good time. So, anyway, you can register via email at cottagelanestamper.com. Or on my Stampin' Up website, there's a calendar of events, and it's SharonBrennan.stampinup.net. Go to events, find the event, click on it, and register. So, and you can share it with your friends. So, the more the merrier, I always say. So this little guy goes here. There. These cute little sand dollars. Goes there. And that goes there. And my blog is also on my cottagelanestamper.com website. So you can also subscribe to that. And I'll put all this information at the bottom here. And a link on my YouTube page, so in the description there. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to be yours. You can find me on the Stampin' Up webpage by just putting in my name. So we have all these glue dots left over, and I bring my little bow maker in here and tie 2 more bows. Oh, start over. Let go of it. Got away from me. There's one. I don't know if I said the reason that you want to have a separate scissors for your ribbon and your threads is because over time, you probably know this, if you had a mother that sewed, paper will dull your scissor blades over time. And I always made sure that I never used my mom's fabric scissors, and my kids never used my fabric scissors, because it does, even just cutting little pieces of paper that I do have, pieces of paper, it does dull it over time. So, 2 more glue dots for this little bow, which goes right here. And peel these off. And stick that right there. And I'm going to trim that down a little bit because I don't want it hanging off the card. There. And peel this little guy off. Stick him right on there. So, there. Go. Now, if you subscribe to my website, cottagelanestamper.com, you also have a link to my store there. So there are the cards that we made today. So I can get all these in here. I'll just put one of each in if it makes it simpler. So now these will fit in this door. Oh, I forgot to mention, another reason I love the kits is because, I'm going to zoom this out a little bit, they have these adorable, they always provide envelopes that are coordinated, and aren't these just simply adorable? They look like wood grain, and then they have a little trim, so you have 4 of each, and then they will fit. Let's get one here. I'm guessing this probably would go with this one. So these will all fit in this adorable little case. And you can put them in the envelope. I guess if I was going to carry these around to hand out to people, I would leave them out of the envelope, so I know what sentiment is on there. But these will all fit in here. So, just simply adorable. Let me see if I can get one more card here. There. That's it. That's all the cards. So, there you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll put all the information, and you can find this on my blog and my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. So, thank you so much. Take care, and may God bless you.